Mr. Wings, I'm so pleased to pull your strings. Alright, first off, let's turn off online mode. Yeah, why do we got drops, dude? No, get out of here. Get out. Get out. Sorry, get out of here. Get out of here so I can read chat. Alright, now, without further ado, let's get started in Bloodstained. Sorry about that. Sorry about all the distractions. You see, I'm very distractible, guys. Yes, I'm very distractible, which is why, if Henry did the destruction dance on me, it would totally work. I mean, he'd probably, throw some salt or, some bait, or, some rice into the air, and, I'd have to count it because, that's how the fairy brain works. I mean, I'm part human, so I don't really have to do it. But, the fairy part of me feels compelled to do it. Yeah, you'd think it wouldn't work on us because we're not vampires, but apparently that works on us. It's very good against Chinese vampires, though. Yeah, Jingshi, do that. Haven't you guys ever seen Dragon Ball Z? Dragon, unleash the Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, we got a... Alright, now, Chosen is, the worst sea fighter. Chosen is, like, the worst sea fighter, by the way. Yeah, at least Tin has something going on and, contributed to something. Whereas Chosen just blows themselves up. Oh boy, we're in the Millionaire Bane's room. Alright now, let's get to the Kameni Casino. Alright now. Roll the gotcha for the new Castlevania characters. Alright, roll the gotcha for the Castlevania characters. Now it's going for a free spin. Alright, what's it gonna do? Oh, it's going for Cherry. It's gonna summon a Lily. Alright, now. It's summoning a Lily. Alright, now. Oh no. Ow. Oh no. Ow. Take that, Millionaire. Take that, Millionaire Bane. Alright, we didn't get the shard from it, though, so we need to refight it. Yeah, we need to refight it until it drops its shard, yeah. Oh no, it's going for bells. Oh no, it's going for bells, which means it's gonna shoot its cannon. Ow, get off me. Oh no, it's dropping coins. It's dropping money. Dropping money on me is very painful, dude. Alright, watch out for the money. Yeah, it's trying to make bank on me. There we go. And we got ourselves a shard. Nice, we got ourselves a jackpot shard, which, is very bad. Yeah, it's like one of the bad shards in the game. And I think it's way too slow. It's way too slow, plus the effect is not very reliable. So it's not a very good shard. Alright, now that that's done, I should, go back to the desert. I need to go back to the desert with no name. We need to fight giant Medusa heads, and we need to fight, dual hammer heads that are, like, leveled up. And we need to fight some sort of weird-looking dragon, which I'm pretty sure is, an enemy from Journey or something. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I've never played Journey. That reminds me. I need to play Journey. Yeah, Journey is like one of those, art games, like, one of those games that definitely is made for the art. Yeah, remember back when AAA video games used to be made for the art? And yeah, instead of, being the next big gambling simulator? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of missed that about, yeah, I kind of missed that about video games, yeah. Oh, well, luckily indie video games are picking up the slack, so, Yeah, indie games these days are a lot better anyway. I mean, alright, now, considering the current state of Pokemon, I think, Pokemon with guns is, way better. Shame Nintendo, shame that Game Freak is, being the way it is over Palworld's existence. Yeah, frickin' Nintendo. Frickin' Nintendo. Yeah, I blame Nintendo. It's like Nintendo's fault, dude. Well, I mean, the Switch pricing definitely is. I mean, the Switch pricing, is not, my thing either. Right now, I'm pretty sure there's a treasure chest somewhere. Right now, I'm pretty sure there's a treasure chest somewhere around here that, has some cool stuff inside of it. Oh yeah, we got, like, leveled up, dual hammers. They're a little bit stronger than the ones on the ship, yeah. Yeah, you can see they're As you can see, I'm like really high level and they're not immediately dying. Yes, and alright now. Jump. Jump. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Watch out for giant little hammerheads. Dun-dun, 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 dun. Ow. Ow, I got smacked in the face. Ow, I got smacked in the face by you. Alright, blow up the elementals. Alright, now, blow up the elementals because, yeah. Game over! Yeah! Get out of here! Get out of here, little hammerheads! Get out, little hammerheads! Get out! Now let me try to get Reflector Ray up here in peace. Please let me just do Reflector Ray up here, please. Please just let me do Reflector Ray in peace and, you know, don't interfere with that. Yeah, please just let me do things that I want to do. Because I know the treasure chests have, like, things like Imbued Fang and, you know, Imbued Skulls and all that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the enemies are, you know... Yeah, the enemies are, like, really strong, yeah. Yeah, the little hammers are, like, not like the ones in the ship. Well, they pretty much are the same, but, you know, they're much stronger. They're much stronger. They're a much stronger version of it. And it's like, you took one and, you know, gave it like, and made it like, you know, you made it like, you know, higher level. Oh, cool, I got an Imbued Fang. I don't need to go back and get one of those, then. Nice of my thunder to be, you know, strong enough to, you know, one-shot the enemy. One punch! I know, watch out. Alright, now. Alright, there's another treasure chest up here. I'm just gonna grab it real quick. Oh, cool. Orihauka and another Imbued Fang. Nice. Alright, now watch out for, you know, giant little hammerheads. Dun-dun. Yeah, they're kind of like, you know, big sharks in the water. They're kind of like a shark in the water, yeah. I mean, kind of, but not quite. Or Orihauka, yeah, this year, you know, after you beat Jeeble is the earliest you can get Orihauka without going into the Glacial Tomb. So if you want that for like, getting the Solomon Ring a little bit earlier, you can do that if you really want to. I know, ow. Alright, as I remember, this guy is, you know, weak in the head. I know, oh no. Yeah, it also deals status effects. However, its attack patterns are pretty much like a regular dragon. Only if the light on its head, you know, gets on you, you know. It will do a status effect, which is pretty nasty. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, good thing it's poisons. Alright, now jump, jump, jump. Alright, I wish the lightning was a little bit more... Oh, uh-oh. I'm guessing that does ice damage. Alright, now taking down this dragon is easy. No, yeah, I don't have Accelerator on, do I? Hold on while I put that on real quick. Alright, go, Miriam, go. Alright, another adversary successfully here. Alright, that's Exterior Journey area. We got the Mystical Scarf, which I'm not going to use. You know, Over the Rainbow is a little bit better in some ways, but not quite. But, you know, Over the Rainbow also requires, like, 3 Cashmere, and Cashmere is not an easy item to get. Since it only drops by, you know, giant mirrors, and, you know, they really like not to drop them. They rather prefer not to drop them. And I guess I found out what, you know, Fiend Hearts earlier. Yeah, I did do some grinding, you know, behind the scenes, you know, get some shards, and I kind of went a little bit ahead of you in the Glacial Tomb. So I did go up to the rim. I at least went up to the rim, you know, with those, you know, eyeball monsters, with those, you know, worm-like eyeball monsters. Time to get reindeered, Indy. No, I'm getting reindeered. No, I'm getting reindeered. I'm getting reindeered. No, Lightning Vimmer, hi. Hi, Lightning Vimmer, what? Hi, Akari, what's up? Lightning Vimmer's here. Alright, now. Alright, now, we must purify. Wait, alright, now. I am here to, you know, finish up Bloodstained. Alright, I did basically everything. Well, that's not true. I still have to get the Revenant, you know, finished. Oh yeah, and I need to get, and I also want, I will be beating Greenery and, you know, Yeah, Creamery, I kind of need to defeat, you know, they get the final side quest. No, there's the Warhorse key. That's, you know, what you need to get to the Revenant's room. I kind of already know where the Revenant is. Nothing much. I am now understanding why Cassette Beast is hyped up so much as it was. It's awesome. Yeah, that's true. It's basically like it. It's basically like it's basically sort of like Digimon Frontier. Yeah. You know, if it were mixed with Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah. That's how I would describe. You know, that's how I would describe Cassette Beast. Yeah, it's like slightly less edgy. You know, it's like Shin Megami Tensei if it were slightly less edgy. And you know you had but and also your party members were clearly bisexual. And your party members were clearly non-binary, and and all that. And also it does, yeah, funny enough, it does have a dog as a party member in it, yeah. You probably already met him, right? Alright, here's Creamery. I have you now, Nahachop Show. Yeah, but you don't have your samurai sword, so I'm gonna drag you off to hell. Alright, now, remember my favorite song about, you know, the real world is Drag Me to Hell. I like it, say it's when Pokemon and Madoka Magica had a love child. Yeah, that you know, kind of makes sense, yeah. I can kind of see that, too. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think Madoka Magica is a little bit more darker than that, unfortunately. But, I guess the Archangels do have the vibe of, you know, kind of the witches and that. So I can understand that. Alright, now, time to fight, you know, the Mistress of the Red Moon. Yeah, this is basically like fighting Sariel. Well, actually, no, Sariel's a very different enemy, you know, Bloodstained. Oh, watch out for the hands. She's trying to drag me to hell. And now watch out for, you know, the death scythes. Yeah, Creamery in this fight is basically death from Castlevania. Yeah, you can kind of see it with the, you know, Crescent Moon scythes. Yeah, kind of a brilliant way to put the size in the game without actually putting the size in the game. Kind of a way to put the size in the game without actually putting the size in the game. Creamery has been purified. Get purified, Creamery. Go back to whatever weird hell dimension you come from. You know, probably the realm of chaos or whatever. The new antagonist for Doggo World Count Horsula the Necrohorse? Necrohorse? Oh no. No, that sounds very spooky. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers up your spine. Oh yeah, there is one more thing I do need to clear before, you know... There is one more thing I should probably do before, you know, go back. And, you know, and also, yeah. Alright, now. I should probably fill in the rest of the map. Alright, now, Fiend Skulls, that's good. Oh, ow, I'm burning. Ow, I'm burning. Alright, now, this way kind of leads to... Alright, this way kind of leads to a little room where we need Dimension Shift. Yeah, Dimension Shift is... And it came from a D&D livestream watch where there's a werewolf killed one of the player horses, so the player necromancer resurrected a horse and called it Count Horsula. Whoa, dude, that sounds, you know, very cool. I like that. Alright, that sounds very cool. I like that. That's a good source of inspiration, yeah. It feels positively inspired. Right now, I'll just kick this down to get more ammo. Alright, now. Surely it's alright. Alright, now, where am I? Alright. Well, I still have a little bit more map to do. Alright, I think I might be missing a secret room. Either, you know... Or, you know, the last couple of rooms are, you know, in the boss room. And I'm pretty sure I need around 90... I'm not really sure how much I need to, you know, trigger to fight with OD. That's kind of why I went on ahead. You know, and I also have kind of every intention of you know, going back. Because, you know, I obviously kind of want to, you know, do that. You know, since I want to, you know, unlock the fight with OD, and and I know I need a certain map percentage to, you know, be able to get the book from him that you're supposed to get. Oh, cool, level up. That'll make me slightly stronger. Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in the 90s, I think. At least I think it is. I think it's somewhere in the 90s. Oh wait, I should probably go down here. Yeah, crystal armor as well as an MP up. That may now be able to spam more pigs. Ooh, right, there's a Rickle wall here. Weighted ring, which, you know, basically gives you experience, gives you bonus experience. Not that I'm gonna need that. Alright, now, what was the things I wanted to do? Oh, right, I have to go back to the Oriental, you know, Sorcery Lab. I need to go back to the Oriental Sorcery Lab since I have, you know, since I have Dimension Shift now. Yeah, it'll let me get the final, it'll let me get Benjamin's final location. And then after that, I need to go back to the village, obviously. Might as well use my Waystones now, since, you know, I'm not gonna have a use for them later. Yeah, but I just do need a Waystone for, you know, going... Alright, I think I have almost every shard in the game. Yeah, I think I'm still missing ODs. I think I'm missing ODs. Yeah, ODs is one of the shards I still need. Let's see, alright now, let me check shards, 98. Oh wait, I need to defeat Revenant too. Alright, I'm gonna need to get the one from Revenant. Alright, one of these is OD, and the other two are Dominic King Bale. Well, at least I know what enemies I'm supposed to get them from. Alright, this is the room where, you know, Benjamin's final location is. I'll just ignore the thing, you know, that's hidden over there. Alright, now time to get out, Alright, time to get out Dimension Shift.
Dimension Shift! Benjamin... I hope... Oh, come on!
You wanna go to Nippon? Alright, he's wanting a Waystone. Might as well use that right now. Alright, now he gave me a bunch of money, but that's not the only reward we can get from him. Alright, obviously I will use my own Waystone. There is one more thing I should probably... There are a couple things I need to do. Oh wait, I should probably visit Benjamin before I forget. Alright, now oh wait, there he is. And he gives me the Adversity Ring, which, you know, which basically... Alright, now. Yeah, the Adversity Ring is basically if you're suffering an ailment, it basically buffs your damage. Yeah, it's not very good. You know, it's not as good as like in Bug Fables or anything like that. You know, where poison strats are, you know, the way to go in that game. Yeah, by the way, I do want to replay Bug Fables sometime. Yeah, you know, I do want to replay Bug Fables, but then I realized I replayed it like already replayed it. Yeah, I can't just keep, you know, playing the same games over and over again. I have to, you know, I have to pick out new games. I do actually have a new one picked out for this week after I beat Bloodstained. I am going to be doing Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth, yeah. I'm gonna be doing Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth. I was like, you know, I gotta play this. Oh wow, don't mind, you know, Beer in there. Don't mind, you know, Corrupted Bootchan in there. He's just, you know, kind of you know, doing some breakdancing. Yeah. You know how magical girl companions are. They like to go and forth about in, you know, an entertaining manner. Alright, down here is the Valkyrie sword. Alright, now. Yeah. Alright, the Valkyrie sword was right over there. That's for the Valkyrie gear, which is, you know, the, you know, which is, you know, basically an outfit for Miriam that, you know, does change her appearance. Yeah, only I wish it, you know, actually changed her into a Valkyrie, you know, sort of like, you know, Valkyrie Lilith. Yeah, I kind of think that look would have looked a lot better. If I'm gonna be, you know, 100% honest. You know, just sort of putting that out there. Alright, re-equip Lightning. Oh wait, I don't really need pickpocket anymore, do I? I don't really need pickpocket anymore. I think I'll grab that. I think I'll grab ends. Wait, did I upgrade? I didn't upgrade ends all the way. Right, I think what I needed for that was... Let's see, I think I need Fiend's Eye for that. Fiend's Eye, draws from the Tracers, which we kind of saw when we were, on our way to, Gramery. Yeah, they're only in, like, that one room. Yeah, there's only, like, 2 of them in that one room, yeah. So they're kind of a rare enemy. Yeah, I kind of completely spaced and forgot about, that. And forgot about that. Alright, now I shall have, Alright, I shall have a little bit more of an intelligence boost. Alright, now let's get on to the next... Let's get on to the final thing on the docket. We need to go visit OD. He's gonna give it... Alright, he's gonna give us a very special book. And then after that, we are gonna have to fight him. And he is one of the toughest bosses in the entire game. I think he's harder than King Bale. Oh, there it is, Tome of Conquest. And basically, it has Power Rest, Tailwind, and Mastery Tome.
I'll go with this.
Alright, I don't think I need luck anymore. Actually, I do need a little bit.
Oh?
Actually, I do need just a little bit. There is one. I almost forgot. There are a couple things I still need to do. First off, I need to go to the Garden of Silence. And then I need to take on Revenant. Yeah, you guys are gonna flip your lid when you see Revenant. He's kind of a, he's kind of a reference. He's a reference to Castlevania and it basically being a dead franchise. Don't get me wrong, there is the Castlevania anime, but, kind of wish, the Castlevania anime stuck a little closer to, actual Castlevania. Yeah, no shade on what they're currently doing with it, but, they really should have stuck close to the, story of Castlevania. I mean, yes, Castlevania does have a story. And yes, it does have a story and, established lore. Although I can't... Alright, Revenant has been defeated. Oh, and he gave us a shard right on the first try. Nice. Gave us a shard on the first try, that's good. Alright, now I won't be... Alright, now I can just zoom right back up. I can just... No need to use Waystones, but I can just zoom. Oh wait, there is one thing I should probably do before, I take on OD. Oh shit, wait, I almost forgot about something. Actually, I'll save the game right over in town. I kind of need to... Alright, I kind of need to, turn in quest. Alright, turn in that one. Turn in Revenant. Alright, there is one more thing we need to do after we beat Wait, I forgot to go back and save, yeah. I'll just go do that real quick. Alright, I'll go do that real quick, and then I'll, I'll stop by the shop. Obviously, Anne's in charge.
What does it... Oh, the moon. You understand?
Obviously, Anne's kind of in charge right now. Right now, let's go get ourselves a whole bunch of pizza. Alright, let's buy ourselves a whole ton of pizza. Let's buy ourselves like 99 pizza. And I'll buy myself a whole bunch of food. I'll just buy myself a bunch of food, because why not?
Oh, what would you like to buy?
Oh wait, don't we have enough? Do we have the things we need to, upgrade the succubus with? Wait, did I upgrade? Did I do it already? Oh, I did it already. Never mind. Alright, Succubus Scythe is already upgraded. Right, I'll put on the Scythe for, OD. Might as well Rip his Dreams. Alright, I will save. Alright, just doubling up on the saves. Alright, now let's make our way back. Alright, let's go back to the Glacial Tomb. Alright, after I beat OD, I'll be able to get Time Stop. And then after I get Time Stop, I'll be able to, I'll be able to beat Mr. Iga. Mr. Iga did put himself as a boss in this game. And yes, it's every bit as awesome as you think. Stop! Oh no. OD! His name is Theo, spelled backwards. Uh-oh. Death is too good for me. Uh-oh. Well, I am dressed up as Succubus. I mean, it makes sense that he would say that. Makes sense he would say that in that context. Alright, now let's get out 7-Bant. Alright, I will go get my pigs. Oh no, whoa, 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 watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh no, ow, ow, ow. Alright, go pigs, go! Oh no, he's going for Time Stop! No, he's going for Time Stop, ow! Ow, that hurt. Not gonna get me. Oh no, ow, ow, ow. And he's kinda doing lots of damage. Alright, good thing I have all these race balls. Oh, no, 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 no. Kick him in the face. Can I eat my scythe? Eat my scythe? Alright, and OD has been defeated. I carry you just alert for now. Good luck with Alucard, not Dio. Dio! Oh, cool, I got every shard in the game now. Well, I mean, technically I didn't, beat Mr. Iga yet. I mean, technically speaking, I didn't actually beat Mr. Iga yet. So technically I don't have all the shards in the game. But I mean, technically it doesn't count. Technically, the shards, getting all the shards, doesn't count Mr. Iga. For whatever reason. Although Time Stop is, mad broken. Time Stop is, of course, mad broken. It basically is a much better stopwatch. Yeah, it basically is just much better stopwatch, really. Ooh, I should probably grab the Cheeble glasses. Alright, first and foremost, I'm not gonna need a Plunder Ring anymore. Alright, now, where's those Cheeble glasses? Yeah, put those on. Yeah, definitely put those on. Oh wait, I should probably... Right now, where is Summon Hellhound? Alright, Summon Hellhound. Alright, I'll just upgrade that real quick. Alright, trust me, Summon Hellhound is essential to my plan. I realize I'm kind of running low on... Okay, I got enough, Fiend Pelts. Alright, Summon Hellhound has been maxed out. Good thing I had all the materials on hand for that. Alright, now let's go fight Mr. Iga. Alright, let's go fight Mr. Iga, yeah. Wait, did I do all the side quests? Oh wait, I did. No, I haven't done them all yet. I haven't done all the side quests yet. Wait, I have not done all the side quests, have I? I have not done all the side quests. Oof. Right, alright, now, first off, I'm gonna save right... Alright, I'm gonna save before, taking on Mr. Iga, since he's kinda powerful. He's kinda really powerful, but I have a plan to cheese him. I have a plan that will cheese him. Alright, now, let's get out Summon Hellhound. Alright, since we have Cheeble glasses, it's basically free. And I need to grab, Time Stop. I need to grab, I need to grab the world. I need to grab, Dio's Time Stop, to stop, Alright, here comes Mr. Iga. Yeah, as you can see, yeah. Kinda funny, Mr. Iga put himself in the game. Funny that Mr. Ega put himself in the game. Alright, we have defeated Mr. Ega. You know, this guy... Alright. More video games should let you have a boss fight with the devs. I think it's a good thing. You know, I've seen being able to beat up the devs and all that. But you know, being able to fight the devs is, you know, definitely next level. I'm not gonna lie. There's just one thing you shouldn't do with time stop, and that's to use it against King Pale, because that will glitch the game. At least it did, you know, in the previous version, and you know, on the PS4 version back, and that was like a year ago or something. Oh wait, wait. Oh yeah, I will go back and, you know, visit Dio. You know, Dio is still alive. We need to grab all the books from him. No, we need to grab all those spicy books from him.
Right.
Pillager shells, please.
I'll go with this.
Alright, I'm taking all your books.
I'll go with
Yeah, I'm stealing all your property.
I'll go.
I will be taking everything. Yeah, I took everything from him. Yeah, I took all your magic books from us, and I took all those magic books. You know, we kind of beat him, so he's like, nah, you can just take him. You can just take as many as you want. I'm sure Dio will get over that eventually. He seems pretty mad about it though. But it's pretty funny, not gonna lie. Right now, we need to complete all the side quests. Right, you were wanting Ori Halcom. Luckily, I got a bunch of that. Right, she's needing an ancient tiara. We don't have one of those. Oops, I forgot to make an ancient tiara. Right, hopefully I have the materials on hand.
So, what'll it be?
Alright, let's see. What do I need to make them? Uh-oh, I need gold. Alright, I need to go get gold. Wait, alright. Oh no, I need to get gold, and that's kind of really expensive. You know, it's gold made by alchemists, which means it's like super valuable. Yeah, it's like gold that's made. It's like gold that's made in a lab. Yeah. All right, let's get that ancient tiara made.
I'll go with this.
Oh wait, I got the Pallades too. And I don't have enough cashmere to make, you know. I don't have enough cashmere to make, you know, not over the rainbow, but I don't need it. Besides, you know, the succubus outfit does, you know, kind of use up that gear. Oh, wait, whoa, I forgot to turn in the ancient tiara. Alright, now mustn't forget about that. Alright, now where is the ancient tiara? And that gives us Solomon's ring. Alright, that gives us Solomon's ring. So,
Here's what
also I got the sword whip. Yeah, sword whip is also, I won't be using sword whip because because it's kind of buggy. I don't recommend using the sword whip because it's kind of buggy. I remember one time I was playing around with it and, you know, I kind of, you know, glitched the game. Wait, I don't know if that's, you know, still true though, because Mr. Ego really likes to update this game. Yeah, some of his updates, you know, do kind of break it though. I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, he's kind of he kind of, you know, has been he's kind of still, you know, I think he's still working on some stuff for it. You know, ow. Alright, obviously we're gonna need our dimension shift. Yeah, dimension shift is basically just for progression. It basically lets us do a short-range teleport. Yeah, it's short-range teleporting, you know, is actually pretty OP, not gonna lie, but, you know, if it were an Isekai, you know, that'd be, like, you know, a pretty overpowered ability. Alright, I will grab Plume Pharma. I'll grab Standstill. Wait, actually, I won't do that. Maybe try to avoid glitching the game. Maybe I should try avoiding glitching the game. Alright, one final save. Alright, now time to beat the game. No, we're not. We're over. Alright, now we're about to beat the game. All we need to do is beat Dominic and beat King Bale. It'll be nice and simple. I guess, Dominique didn't learn how to stop the, shard corruption. Maybe she doesn't care, actually. Or maybe for this little revenge plan of hers, she doesn't care.
So even grammary has failed me.
Yeah, I alright now.
Look at you. Oh, don't I have
Oh, you learned about the alchemy learned and how to control the shards.
alchemist law? Shards, I might add, which you gave to me.
I mean, I did give you a couple shards near the beginning, but I didn't give you that many.
Become my
Yeah, wouldn't it be funny if, Dominique got more powerful based on how many shards you've been giving her?
Why are you
I mean, you could literally sell her, 0 shards and, she does this.
What if the law-
Kind of reminds me of Toho Luna Knight.
Because God,
Only in Toho Luna Knight, if you sell gems, you're actually willpower of the boss.
after all,
Yeah, of course it's Flandre.
then grammar. You know what? You leave me no
Right now, she's about to... Alright, now. The Libra Lagoa. Oh no, the Libra Lagoa. Uh-oh.
lose my crystal.
Alright, she's using the Enochian script to summon demons from hell.
What does he? It was our blood suppressed the crystal corruption, and now I have surpassed him. No,
Are you sure about that?
do you? Oh yes.
Oh no, she's summoning fire. Alright, eat my bats. Alright, maybe the lightning would be a little bit better for this fight. No, she's, really determined to summon a bunch of nonsense. No, she's like using Tits for Zion. Alright, yeah, the lightning is way better for this fight. No, she's summoning the ice. Alright, Dominique has been destroyed.
Choice.
She's not too hard, really. She's much harder for the other character. She's a little bit harder for the other characters you can play as, yeah, rather than Miriam. Miriam is like so overpowered, really. Miriam is like so overpowered compared to all the other characters you can play as. I mean, it makes sense. It is her game, after all. Alright, for this fight, we're definitely gonna summon all the pork. Alright, time to summon the pork. Alright, now, alright, pigs are super OP in this fight. Pigs are, like, super OP in this fight. Yeah, pigs are, like, so OP in this fight. You can obviously kind of see why. Alright, you summoning fireballs? Alright, we already got one head down. Now, watch out for the light beams. Now, watch out for the light beams. Just bounce all the pigs around. Alright, just bounce all the pigs around. You'll be able to beat King Bale. Kind of easy if you use this strat. Watch out. Alright now. Just gonna summon the lava. Hey, we beat King Bale without taking any damage. Nice. Well, I am a pro gamer. Nice. We beat him without taking any damage. Nice. Congratulations. I like that. Alright now, Bloodstained is finished. Alright, Bloodstained is finished. It's not a moment too soon. I kind of still want to play video games tonight, though. I don't think I'll be playing more Bloodstained, though.
The same
And before he died, he inscribed Enochian letters into each of the castle's structural weaknesses. Now, if he uses a book to perform the rite here at the heart of the castle, the rite will activate the Enochian script and send the castle and the demons back to whence they came.
send the castle and
That's what Alpha.
we need to begin.
Right now, using it. Alright now. Now, Alfred was trying. So Alfred wanted the book so he could send the castle back to hell, basically. Yeah, he probably should. Yeah, although he probably knew that. I know he probably knew that Dominique, already, won Johannes and Miriam over, and they kind of were not trusting him anyway. Before that, I feel like Alfred should have, kind of, explained himself a little bit better. Good thing Zangetsu is, too smart, is a little bit smart. Alright, the big bad evil castle is gone. Peace has returned to, not Transylvania, not, well, Ultra. Jeeble, Alfred, and Zenketsu, they're all gone. Yeah, they made their own choice. They fought bravely and proudly when what they believed in. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure, all the games are not connected to each other. They'll be fine. They'll be fine in the next game. Nice, and we still have the succubus outfit. Guess we never cured to, guess we never cured the corruption. Unfortunate. Oh well, I make this look good anyway. It just means I have a bit of a higher libido. Alright, now let's just skip all the credits because they're like really long in this game. Alright, now Bloodstained is finished. Right, Bloodstained is like super finished. Oh wow, and they're not even an hour in. Now I just need to do a little bit of final crunch. Yeah, I could have probably finished this last night if the storm didn't start rolling in. Alright, let's see, who do we want to raid? Yeah. Alright, how about we raid, alright. Raid Cat's Planet Shine. Yeah, Sparkle Ryu Aichi kind of changed her name for whatever reason. Oh well, more power to her. I should have probably, changed anybody's name since she's no longer a PNG. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this model. Still haven't figured out how to do the staff, though. Alright, don't show that. Get out of here. Get out. Alright, now, today's raid message has been back raid. Remember to fly like that and shine like the moon, okay? And, goodbye.